Welcome to a deep dive into the vehicle that quite literally built modern commerce. Before 1917, if you wanted a Ford truck, you had to build it yourself using aftermarket kits on a standard Model T frame. But in July 1917, Henry Ford changed everything with the introduction of the Model TT. This wasn't just a modified car, it was the first factory-built one-ton chassis designed specifically for heavy labor. While it shared the famous engine and front-end styling of its passenger car sibling, the TT was a beast of its own. It arrived at a pivotal moment in history as the world moved away from horse-drawn wagons toward motorized logistics. Today, we examine how this 1917 pioneer laid the groundwork for the massive commercial empire Ford enjoys today, serving as the direct ancestor to the legendary F-Series trucks that dominate our roads.
The core of the Model TT's success was its specialized frame. Unlike the Model T car, which featured a 100-inch wheelbase, the Model TT boasted a significantly extended 125-inch wheelbase. This extra length was crucial for stability and load distribution. The frame itself was much thicker and more robust to handle the rigors of commercial use. Engineers reinforced the rear suspension with heavy-duty semi-elliptic leaf springs, a major departure from the transverse springs found on the car. This allowed the TT to carry its rated 1-ton payload over the rough, unpaved roads of the early 20th century. For enthusiasts today, maintaining this frame involves checking for stress fractures near the rear crossmember and ensuring the original rivets remain tight, as these were the backbone of the truck's legendary durability. Under the hood, the Model TT utilized the same reliable engine as the Model T, a 177 cubic inch side-valve 4-cylinder powerhouse. It produced 20 horsepower, which might sound modest today, but in 1917, it was plenty for moving heavy loads when paired with the right gearing. The engine was famous for its simplicity, featuring a thermosiphon cooling system that locked a water pump, relying instead on the natural convection of hot and cold water. For modern owners, keeping this engine running requires a mastery of the gravity-fed fuel system and the vibrator coil ignition. Upgrading to a modern Anderson timer or high-compression head are popular performance tweaks, but even in stock form, this engine's low-end torque is perfectly suited for the TT's mission of hauling freight through mud and ruts. The defining mechanical feature of the 1917 Model TT was its rear end. While the Model T car used a bevel gear, the TT utilized a massive overhead worm-drive rear axle. This was engineered specifically for torque and durability under load. It offered a standard gear ratio of 7.25 to 1, although a higher speed 5.17 to 1 ratio was later available. This low gearing meant the truck had a top speed of only about 15 to 22 miles per hour, but it could pull a house down. Lubrication of this worm gear is vital for collectors today. Using the wrong oil can lead to overheating and rapid wear of the bronze ring gear. Modern synthetic 600W cylinder oil is often the go-to choice for preserving these rare driveline components. When you bought a Model TT in 1917, you typically bought just the chassis and powertrain. Ford sold the chassis only for $600. It was then up to the buyer to add a body suited to their specific trade. This led to an explosion of aftermarket bodybuilders. You could find TTs converted into school buses, fire engines, delivery vans, or even mobile grain mills. It wasn't until 1924 that Ford began offering factory-built bodies. For the 1917 enthusiast, this provides incredible creative freedom. Whether you are restoring a simple wooden stake bed or a complex enclosed delivery body, the Model TT serves as a historical blank canvas. This versatility is what allowed the TT to penetrate every sector of the American economy, from rural farms to bustling city centers. In its debut year of 1917, Ford only produced 209 units of the Model TT. It was a modest start for a vehicle that would eventually see nearly 1.5 million units produced by the end of its run in 1927. The production was integrated into Ford's revolutionary moving assembly line, which allowed for unprecedented efficiency. By 1918, production jumped to over 41,000 units. The Model TT's success was a testament to the Ford philosophy: provide a rugged, simple, and affordable tool for the working man. For today's restorers, finding one of those original 209 units from 1917 is the ultimate holy grail.
Most surviving TTs are from the 1920s, making the early 17 models with their unique features highly prized in the classic car market. Maintenance on a 1917 Model TT is a hands-on experience that takes you back to the basics of mechanical engineering. There are over 30 grease cups and oilers that require regular attention. The engine uses a splash lubrication system, meaning there is no oil pump. Instead, the connecting rods dip into oil troughs to lubricate the internals. Owners must be diligent about checking the oil level via two small petcocks on the flywheel housing. For those seeking performance upgrades, adding an auxiliary transmission like a Rocky Mountain or Chicago unit is a common modification, providing more gear ranges for modern driving conditions. Furthermore, the wooden artillery wheels require periodic soaking or shimming to ensure the spokes stay tight and safe for the road. Driving a 1917 Model TT is nothing like driving a modern truck. You have 3 pedals on the floor. The left pedal controls the 2-speed planetary transmission, high and low gear. The center pedal is for reverse, and the right pedal is the transmission brake. There is no gas pedal on the floor. Instead, the throttle is a lever on the steering column, opposite the spark advance lever. In 1917, most TTs did not come with an electric starter, requiring the driver to hand crank the engine from the front. This requires a specific technique to avoid the forward kickback, which could easily break a wrist. Mastering the Model T crawl, the art of balancing the pedals and levers, is a rite of passage for every classic truck enthusiast. The impact of the Model TT cannot be overstated. It proved to Ford and the world that there was a massive, untapped market for dedicated commercial vehicles. It taught Ford how to build for durability and how to support a network of owners who relied on their vehicles for their livelihoods. By the time the Model TT was replaced by the Model AA in 1928, Ford had established itself as the leader in the truck market. This lineage continues today with the Ford F-150, which has been the best-selling truck in America for decades. Every time you see a heavy-duty Super Duty hauling a trailer, you are looking at the evolved DNA of that 1917 one-ton chassis. The TT was the spark that ignited the commercial vehicle revolution. For the modern collector, the 1917 Ford Model TT offers a unique blend of historical significance and mechanical simplicity. Parts are surprisingly available thanks to a dedicated community of vendors and clubs like the Model T Ford Club of America. Whether you're looking for a project truck to restore or a show-ready museum piece, the TT is an accessible entry point into the world of pre-war brass-era motoring. Its slow speed makes it perfect for parades and backroad tours, and its rugged construction means it can still do a bit of work if called upon. As we've seen, this truck didn't just carry goods, it carried the future of Ford. Preserving a 1917 TT is more than just a hobby. It's keeping a vital piece of industrial history on the road for the next generation.